my messy garage. This is my first ever full-length YouTube video. And in this video, we're gonna be chalk painting and distressing this jewelry box that I got off of Facebook Marketplace. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching. So here's some before shots, and I'm also gonna put the inspo pic that I found on Pinterest right here so you can see kind of the look I'm going for. Now, later on in the video, I discovered that you can actually remove the knobs. They don't have backs, so I didn't think that was possible, but you can remove them. It's just not easy, and it's hard to get them back on. Unfortunately, I had to use glue, so it was kind of a big thing, but later on, I'll show that. And then the handles, though, the pull handles at the bottom, I could not remove, so I left those on. Now, before I work on any piece of furniture, I always like to go in first with some Crud Cutter to remove any dirt or dust or anything that's on there that needs to come off before we can apply the paint. Okay, time out from the video. I just opened the bottom drawer and I had no idea anything was in here this entire time. A font for holy water. Oh, perfume bottle. Oh my goodness, look how pretty. And some other stuff I might have to throw out, but I'm gonna dig through and clean this. And I also took this drawer out because I wanna paint this lip. Now, all of the products used in today's video will be linked in the description box below. And also my DIY chalk paint recipe will be down there as well. Now, since this is a brand new brush and it's the first time I'm using it, I'm going to shake it out and really try to get any loose bristles out before I start so they don't get stuck in the paint as we go along. Now, with chalk paint, keep in mind that you're almost always going to want to do more than one layer. The first layer isn't really going to give you too much coverage, so you're going to want to go in with at least one more. It's very easy to correct when you mess up, so don't be afraid to mess up when you're using chalk paint. It's very forgiving. So this just happened. The top came off. It's cracking kind of, and I'm trying to find a way to salvage this, so I'm not giving up. I'm still painting. Let's just continue. I do love this chalk paint recipe. It's just calcium carbonate, water, and paint. Now, mine came out way chunky and thick because my calcium carbonate had been sitting in my garage for so long. So I actually do end up going in with a third layer to make it a little bit smoother. As you can see, this is how it looks with just one layer. You can still see through it and it's not super full coverage. So we're going to go in with another one. And like I said, I'm going to actually go in with a third layer. If you want a lot of texture, kind of like I did with this piece, add more calcium carbonate and it'll get chunkier and thicker. Or you can also water it down by adding more water. So it's really customizable and you can really make it how you want it to come out. Now here I am just taking some putty and filling in all the cracks and holes. Now you can see what I'm talking about here with my chunky texture, and it gave it kind of a whitish cast with all the calcium carbonate I have in mine. And this is after 2 layers. So this is why I decided to go in with a third layer, just to bring some more black back into it and to make it a little bit smoother. Even though I love the texture and the texture makes it look old, I still wanted a little bit more black and smooth application. for this third layer, I'm actually going in with a chalk paint, a different black chalk paint that I've made before. So that's why this one is so much smoother than the one I used previously. So I just discovered that you can take the knobs off, which is a relief because that was messing up my whole stencil idea, which was supposed to go on the front like this. Screw will still be in there, but I think I can make this work. Now it's time to apply the stencils, and for this part all I did was use a craft brush and sort of a pouncing motion to apply this gold paint that I got from Amazon. It'll be linked down below. Here's the piece so far. Before we go in and distress anything at all, this is what it looks like. Okay, so now it's time to paint the knobs and the handles, and I went in with gold leaf initially of this Rub and Buff, and I really like it, but it's a little bit bright and new looking for me. So you'll see in the end, when the final reveal, you'll see that I actually did go back and add some ebony on top because I thought it was a little bit too bright and in your face. And you see what I'm talking about here with the pull handles. Now for distressing, you have a couple of options. And when it comes to chalk paint, I almost always wet distress. Wet distressing is just taking a wet rag and rubbing over areas to take some of the paint off. A lot of times sanding with chalk paint is very, very messy, and it's easier to do the wet distressing. However, since this project took me several days to do and the paint was really stuck on there, I did both. So you see me go in with this sanding block, and I'm going to sand the piece, and this is a wet rag I'm also taking to get off all the particles off of it and also take some of the paint off as well. So something to keep in mind when you're distressing your piece is to think about how things age naturally. Nothing ages evenly on both sides. So what you definitely don't want to do is sand one side of the drawer and then go back and do the exact same thing on the other side. You don't want anything to be even or look the same. once I am completely done distressing my piece, I take a clean wet rag and give the whole entire thing another wipe down. Now the last step is to seal your piece, and you have a couple of options here as well. For chalk paint, I almost always end up doing wax because you wipe it on and then you take another rag and you wipe it off, and it gives a smooth, pretty application. But for this one, honestly, I was so tired from all the sanding and everything I did that I just couldn't bring myself to do the wax. And this spray polyurethane was just so phenomenal and worked so well, and this is what I ended up using. I really do have to say that I'm obsessed with the way this turned out. And if you're somebody that's indecisive like me, go for chalk paint because you honestly cannot mess it up. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.